Plain activity, stalking in the path with light. Stalking in the path with light. These are demons. And this is the business of Starbucks. That is, again, the entity sounding plain activity as I start aiming my camera 8YDV717, 8UQJ918. That's the so-called fake wannabe G. He doesn't put up his whole name on his name tag. And that's the Starbucks employees is what I mean. And license 6ZEU331. Gang stalking with the Ontario International Airport. That's not taken off over there to Board Professional Building where there's going to be plane engines roaring. This entity stalking in perfect alignment with light activity. That's a demon. Okay, engaging in that P.O.C. where you have the entity stalking with light activity. 1 shadow, 2 shadow, stalking with light activity, P.O.C. Okay, the RICO case with regard to Starbucks is the criminal engagement using the business profiting from gang stalking, 7LJEO75. That's relevant to the racketeering. They're engaged in federal stalking the employees, the use of the business itself, the establishment, acting in concert with the city of Ontario, engaging in criminal surveillance. That's relevant to the fake sun being over the venue itself as I document, and the entity that's surrounded with engineer light. Under this cover structure, there's never going to be any sunlight that's appearing on the walls inside where the demons that are gang stalking working at Starbucks are pacing while they're engaging in monitoring, making the coffee drinks that Starbucks sells as a product and simultaneously engaging in the criminal system operated by the state. That is federal group stalking and monitoring on communication devices, federal stalking online. All right, it's currently, and it's also prosecution for psychological torture. Engaging in tactical warfare against an American citizen that you're stalking together. Okay, stalking is a violation of the law. Federal stalking is a violation of the law. The government engaging in criminal surveillance in violation of the law. Starbucks is engaging in all of that while they're preparing coffee drinks for the people of the state to purchase. Okay, aiming light in relevant position while the entity sounds train activity. And you know that this is engineer light. The entity is maintaining multiple shadows. This is where Corporal Tedosky is engaging in criminal summoning with the people of the state in the specific environment. Gang stalking police officers, okay? Sitting in the parking lot, maintaining surveillance, stalking in the path, anticipating my arrival, the Ontario International Airport, the entity gang stalking by the sound of the amplified train. And this is surveillance that Starbucks is engaging in with the demons who are already in the cafe. What is maintaining surveillance together? Okay, walking out of the cafe, getting in the vehicle is the entity purchasing drinks while they're gang stalking. His shadow's moving across this wall, impossible light activity, while his shadow is, again, multiple shadows on the ground. He's monitoring. Purchasing from Starbucks is the corporation's prosecution for, it is relevant for a RICO case. That's how purchasing drinks at Starbucks is going to be used against them. They're gang stalking, though. And there's multiple ways to prosecute that, including a RICO case. It is currently, again, 4:56 a.m. This is P.O.C. at 507 North Euclid Avenue. Directed light present at nightfall. Directed light while the entity keeps a fake sun over this venue for 12 hours. And directed light while the people of the state that are pacing on Euclid Avenue are stalking with impossible light that's occurring on the inside of the venue. Absolutely demonic. And they're not strangers, they're targeting, and they're gang stalking with the government. And that's relevant to the RICO case. Our RICO case against Starbucks. At every single last Starbucks gang stalking. This is a demon. Amelia's stalking in the past. She's not focused on stalking. This is how demonic they are. This is P.O.C.